Good afternoon and welcome. This is Horatio Gallegos with Digital Assets Factory. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm excited to present to you a specific case study of the Magellan International School in Austin, Texas, where we were able to triple their website traffic in 45 days with 1,200 targeted prospects wanting admissions information. Okay, so I'm going to tell you specifically how we did this. Just a little bit about me, my company. Again, my name is Horatio Gallegos. My company's Digital Assets Factory. What I do is I help private schools and private education institutions increase their revenue and their prospects and their enrollments by increasing their exposure in Google in order to connect them to their prospects in the marketplace that are already looking for education of the type that you provide. The market is already full of people looking. So what we do is connect them with your school or with different schools. I'm going to show you specifically how we did this for Magellan. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about SEO, search engine optimization. For some people it's called search engine marketing, search engine optimization, as well as Google marketing. It's used interchangeably. The proper term is the main street term is SEO. Also want to let you know that I'm going to be bringing you the perspective of not just the professional perspective that I have, but also personally. I have three of my three boys are in private school, fourth grade, first grade, and pre-K. So I come to you with that experience as well. I know we're in the trenches. We're volunteers as well, doing different things for the school, as are a lot of great parents in our school. And so just feel free to take a look at my Facebook page and see some Stop Hunger Now event that we just did. Anyway, let me get to it. Let me get straight into the background of what search engine optimization is. So and why it can help your school. Now, 39% of customers across the board are coming from search, right? Let's just start with that. That's how people are starting a search. So 93% of online experiences begin with a search engine. Okay, so that's where we start from. 70% of the links that search users click on are the organic links. That means that 70 to 80% of users, when they search for a school, private school, Dallas, Catholic school, Charlotte, except depending on what school they're looking for, 70 to 80% will ignore the paid ads that appear in the results and they'll go straight to the organic. Why? Because they feel there's more credibility of somebody that's not paying for the exposure, but it's actually relevant to what they want, which is why 75% of users will never scroll past the first page in the search results. That means if you're not on that first page, chances are 3 out of 4 people will never see you if this is how they're starting. And by the way, this is extremely important in the case of the Magellan School, because Austin has such a high migration of people coming from different cities. It was critical, even more so than a normal city, quote unquote normal city, to appear in the search results, because a lot of people, as they plan to move into the city, they're looking at Google, they're looking for the testimonials, they're searching for the Catholic school, Montessori, dual language, IB. And in the specific case of Magellan, it's an IB school, Spanish immersion with Mandarin instruction. So there's a lot of different terms that people are searching for that specific school. Maybe not just private school, but Montessori school in this area. So that's kind of what we're working with. So I'm going to the next slide here. Just I'm going to breeze by these. Feel free to pause it if you're watching the recording and look and read these later. Search engine marketing will capture the largest share of online spend with online display. So feel free to read that article and a bit more. SEO spending to reach 80 billion by 2020 from its current 65 billion because of its valuable ROI. What this means is, think about it yourself. If you are searching, how powerful it is that you can connect with your prospect while they are searching at that very moment and you appear. That speaks so much more credibility than paid advertising. Paid ads are great. There's a time and a place for them. But what is more valuable than doing it on the user's terms of delivering the message, delivering the product or service or education at the moment they're looking for it. This is why the high ROI of SEO is occurring. So now let me talk to you a little bit about our case study. So we went after some main terms. There was a lot of IB, Spanish immersion. We were able to cross. We went from these are the three big main terms, from number 25 to number 11. We went from number 14 to number 10, which put us on the first page. This is within 45 days. We have since then broken the first page for pretty much every single term. As you can see here, these, showing it here, is Austin IB School number 6, number 7, number 9. These are our terms. Most of these that were on page have risen another 2 or 3 points. You can check them yourself, actually. So that is what we did. Now, what people usually ask after this is, well, how does that translate into traffic for me, just because the ranking has risen? So as we see here in the next slide is how do these rankings convert to traffic? So I showed you the difference when we started in 45 days and what happened. As you can see here where my mouse is, we went from about 490 visitors in 40, and then here we spiked. This is when everything started to take over, and we tripled the traffic in 45 days. So that is straight into the website. But we wanted to be sure that the metric was working, that a lot of these were new people. Well, we went back 2 years and we never had a spike like this. So we were pretty sure, but we wanted another metric. So we actually created it through another tool, people that landed on the admissions page. So we wanted to exclude everybody that's just checking the school calendar and looking for announcements and things like that. So all of these people, and this is on 124. So we've got about 1,300 now. Here we're already at the end of February. So 600 people, brand new, interested, landed on the admissions page. So what do you think that would do for your school if you had 600 or 1,000 or 2,000 people landing on your admissions page? How many could you convert? I mean, I would say, every school has their numbers, but we are generating significant interest. These are people that have never really dug this deep into our school. That's the main point, okay? So when we were talking to Magellan, we wanted to see where they were and where they wanted to be. So where they were is that even though they were in a healthy position, there was still always that stress of not having the resources to invest in technology, faculty, and infrastructure, at least to plan. In order for the faculty and staff to serve the students and parents at the highest levels, not have to always worry about being in fundraising mode, and figuring out how to capture revenue and enrollment opportunities, and also capture all these opportunities coming of people moving into the city, constantly bootstrapping, volunteering, where they wanted to be. They wanted it to be an abundance of leads and enrollments at the school, to where they had a waiting list. I mean, that was the goal, right? We want a waiting list. We want to be able to get the best of the best, or really target and really just go after people that really want to be in this specific school and not try to be everything for everyone, right? The school wanted to plan. Magellan wanted to be able to plan efficiently, and I have a feeling there's a lot of this in a lot of the private schools. Some of them also have the challenge of being newer schools where perhaps they don't have that alumni base to pull from, right? Or that tradition, that multi-generational tradition of being able to pull funds, from wealthier individuals and wealthier families to help them out. So that is where they wanted to be. They wanted to capture the demand in the existing marketplace. So there was a path in order to figure out if the demand was there. So what we did is we went into the Google keyword tool, and we wanted to make sure, just to give you an example, Dallas Montessori schools. We want to see how much the demand is. We see there 100 to 1,000 search volume per month, so it fluctuates. Let's just call it 500 per month searches. But then look at all of these. Montessori schools in Dallas. That's another 500. Montessori schools, Dallas. So you see all this demand, and we start to get into the thousands of people that are looking for Dallas Montessori schools. Or let's just do Dallas Catholic School. We see that also 100 to 1,000. Catholic schools, 100. You see all these Catholic schools in Dallas, Dallas private schools. You see the demand is in the thousands. And we could go on for whatever type of school we're looking for in order to find out how much demand. So look, I mean, the Dallas schools are paying Google right now $6.73 for a click from an ad. So how much is this worth? Is this traffic worth? Obviously, it's generating revenue from these schools that are paying $6.73 to Google just for a click, not for a lead, just for a click. So, and I just told you that 70% of people are skipping the paid ads. So organic traffic is where it's at. Organic traffic has the highest ROI and the highest absolutely credibility. I mean, it's human nature. Just think about what do you do? What do you do when you search in Google? Who do you believe, right? So I know you may be asking, would this work for my school? Could I have the demand? Could I leverage some of this free traffic from Google? So what I'd like to invite you to do right now, below this screen, you're going to see a button that's going to allow you to schedule a free 20-minute strategy session with me where I can discuss with you, first to make sure that, just to discuss to you if this is even possible, if the demand is there for your school, if there's anything that we could do to actually help you enroll more people, get more people to your admissions page, get more leads, enrollments, appointments, and just more exposure. How to expose your testimonials. If you already have great results and people that are raving fans, but the public is not aware of that, how do we expose those testimonials and videos and YouTube and things like that in order to leverage everything that is the interest in the marketplace and how to channel it in your direction. So anyway, let's, if this is something that is potentially interesting to you, click on the button below, schedule an appointment with me. It's going to take you to a little automated tool, and we can figure it out in 20 minutes, okay? For the folks that are still listening, I'm going to end the recording here and we can have some Q&A. For the folks that are listening to the recording, go ahead and click on the link. And I really, really look forward to getting to know you a bit more on the phone, and I'm talking to you soon. Thanks again for listening. Thank you for being here. And again, this is Horatio Gallegos with Digital Assets Factory, and have a great day. Take care.